schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10. Hey.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment claiming this.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7.
Points scored in the NFL, so you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And some nifty running right away.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Patrick Owasor coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Breida, he'll try the right side. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
20! Mike 29. Yeah. You don't want none.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Eluding the pressure right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now Fitzpatrick going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. With a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call the timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And that was a young pup, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Second and 10. Flush to his right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 51 yards. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Second and 6. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But now it's third and goal.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Here we go, here we go. Begin. Let's go.
Back to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, a run with Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's into the clear. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they go to work on a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Yaee2k adds the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The drop to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch twist. Watch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is down to 28-10. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
We got to get the ball right here. Let's go. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
This is Breida. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run with Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Throwing on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Mike Bennett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to go down again. Michael Bennett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Fitzpatrick to throw for it on 4th down. This complete to Jones. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Second and 4. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. This is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 47 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now it's Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Go.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Fielded just inside the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
Here's Breida. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a give coming right is Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Yaee2k with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by
touchdown, Detroit. Matt Breida, 30 yards. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Yaee2k adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Right back to him on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 23-yard run as his guys continue to pour it on. Yaee2k with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It's a gain of 11. And it's third down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hitting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 3. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Now a give to Breida. And some room to run now. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
Go. Go.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw here on first down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. Pressure, he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run again with Breida. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Let's go.
And he will not make it into the end zone, but a flag down here, and I think they're going to get another shot at this. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
I'ma shine out, working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now, game on. Can never play soft, giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon, and I gotta win no matter what, like, fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch, like, every time I touch down, I gotta stunt, Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up, all these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Yaee2k's, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. I delay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You said that you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. Chains on and the diamonds dancing.